Shalom, shalom. Giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakahak, Wadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and do well. These heathens are fucking proud, man. Excuse my language. You know, these other nations, they gotta go, man. You know, they're all basking in the they're all basking in the joint agreement that they have with Esau in his current kingdom. And the Lord is about to destroy all of that shit. All right. All right. The prosperity of the Edomite is no more. And that's what I was trying to explain to this fucking heathen. I'm like, listen, America's $35 trillion in debt. You don't have no money. War is going on. War is brewing. War is popping off. And America's not going to win this next war. This Psalms 83:1. It says, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, and hold not thy peace. Be not still, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. That's right, they are confederate against thee. All right, they have a problem with Yahweh Shema Shai, and they have a problem with the Lord's chosen people. And they don't never think that Jake, you know what I'm saying, has any point. Anytime Jake, you know, comes out with some knowledge or some information, these heathens, they don't listen. You know, they sitting there acting like they know everything about the goddamn world. You know, a lot of them have that superiority complex, whether it be dealing with age or just being a damn heathen. You know, they feel as though, you know, the shit that we be speaking, like when we speak about America being destroyed, with pride, they'll deny that, even though Yahweh Shema Shai ordained, all right, for this place to go down the drain. All right. And they'll agree on certain things when we talk about the oppression of this place, when we talk about you know, the credit system, the tax system, and all this other shit that they have in place. Really, that's designed for Jake, you know. But now all of these nations are feeling it, especially Esau, Edom, because his own government, his own wicked elites, they don't want none of them under that old system. They want to create a new system, which in turn is the MOTB. All right. But this Psalm chapter 2 and verse 1. Why did the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Yeah. You know, he talking about, oh, I told this nigga, I said World War III, America's gonna lose this next world's war. He said it's gonna be a draw. You know? Why did the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth and set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed. All right. Yahweh Shema Shai and his elect, his men. Okay. They don't think that you know, what we're speaking is the truth. They don't even look at us like we're the people of the Lord, even though they know, you know, but a lot of them think that we're just a bunch of niggas and spicks and spooks. And the words that we speak is not anything to be taken seriously. You know, but the Lord gonna change all of that. The Lord's gonna perform his work. All right. And the ones that was out there telling you was who? His men, his prophets. And they're gonna know that a prophet had been among them. Because we prophesy to all nations. You know? We go out there, we prophesy to Jake. All right, and we also prophesy to these other nations as well. All right. It says He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. Then the Lord shall speak unto then the Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. Okay, the Lord's gonna vex these heathens, and the truth of the matter is, they're all gonna be our slaves. Because when Yahweh Shai come through, they forget about Yahweh Shema Shai. When we talk about a lot of these end time things, we're dealing from a biblical perspective. We're not just talking out our ass. We got what gives us that boldness and that confidence to speak that way is the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai and the words written in the scriptures, man. All right, and the Lord told us to speak it, and the Lord, His Spirit is with our mouth. All right, that's why it's good to say, "Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee," because excuse me, they're all gonna have a problem with what I'm saying, what we're bringing out, because it's directly against their hopes and dreams. All right, and a lot of these nations, they're in alliance with America, even though they share. All right, some of the persecution that America is doing. They feel as though they live here and they're making money here, so it's all good. But the Lord gonna destroy the whole economy. All these heathens out here, the main function of them being in America is about money. That's why it's good to say these other nations gonna be crying at burning that great city and all of that. For 1 hour is her riches come to naught. You see, and when America is destroyed, that's when the Lord gonna exalt us on the earth, starting with the elect. All right, and even before that, the Lord gonna show, who He's dealing with. Tell you about that in 2 Ezra 16. Then shall it be known who am I chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. But one thing I noticed, what really bothers me a lot is the pride of these people, the arrogancy of these people. You could speak. You know what I'm saying? Or go and enlighten, give somebody some information through the spirit, and they'll just reject it. Um, with that whole, uh, self-willed, wise in their own conceit spirit. You know, like somebody speak to me, I'd take heed. I'd be listening to what they say. Unless they talking complete garbage and nonsense. You know what I'm saying? But I still take heed. These people, they don't be taking heed to nobody, especially these fucking heathens. For their pride. But the truth of the matter is, in the kingdom, the scripture says that out of Zion shall go forth the law. So these other nations, they're gonna have to adhere, all right, to our laws, statutes, commandments, and our ordinances. All right, regardless, you know, if they like it or not, because you know, uh, um, these people they bowing down to Esau, even though they know Esau is giving them a fucked up deal, and that pretty much y'all all, what I was trying to tell the dude, I was like, y'all all about to be taken down because y'all all are feasting on our oppression. You sitting here, acting like all it's all good and it's all sweet, and your finances is alright. Because you could tell when somebody's struggling versus when somebody's having it. You know, and a lot of these heathens, they're not really wanting for nothing. All right, under this current rulership, even though the Lord is starting to begin those plagues and to press upon their ass. All right, but a lot of these people, they got a lot of fucking pride on them. Okay, and Esau, he's the most proud of them all. All right, it says Psalms 2 and 8, ask of me and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance. That's right. These heathen, they're gonna be a part of our inheritance in the kingdom. Okay, they're gonna have to work because they're not just gonna be existing. They're not gonna coexist with us in our kingdom. Okay, it's gonna be our turn to rule, and then you know they're gonna take their place as servants and slaves and servants and handmaids, man. And that's what the fuck they belong. You know, the Lord is not dealing with these heathens. That's another thing about America. America has this uh multicultural, one world philosophy where everybody's included, but that's not true according to the scriptures. Even though they try to teach that, and they even Jake even ate that propaganda up. I was watching um a couple videos where they try to dispel racism or whatever, but it wasn't us that hated Esau. Esau hates us. Okay, we never did nothing to this devil. All right, we hate them now. All right, but this devil was the one that was being sadistic, thrashing our bodies, all of these other nations, selling us into slavery. Okay, but I was watching this video, and basically, this little skit. It was a white woman coming into a barber shop or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, hey, baby," or whatever, and the dude was like, "Oh," I mean, the woman was like, "Oh, that's your girl? You with a white girl or some shit like that?" And he's like, "Yes, I'm with a girl that's white, if that's what you mean, blah, blah, blah." And then this black girl started jumping in, defending the white woman and shit, talking about, "Oh, yeah, da-da-da. It's okay, da-da-da. You're ignorant. You're ignorant." Talking about the black woman that was speaking ill against the white girl or whatever, you know? But what are you standing up to protect Esau for? What the fuck? Ooh, that's nice. What the fuck has Esau done, all right, to get that much support from the black ones? Because our people are destroyed, man. They worshiping their enemy, all right. I don't have no pity on no Edomite. If a brother want to go get a concubine and have an Edomite as his woman or whatever, that's his business. That don't have nothing to do with me. I'm not going to judge him like, "Oh, yo, you need to drop that bitch. That's against the law." It's not against the law, but at the end of the day, I know what it is. I know that Esau is the devil, you know. But all of this trying to put us together and mesh us as one people, the Lord is not with that. All right, that's why they're known as concubine. We're not gonna be no one people. Okay, you're gonna be designated by the seed line of your father to where you're gonna be, and pretty much. So that's one example. Then another example was, and of course, everybody's in the comment section supporting the woman that's trying to dispel prejudice towards so-called white people, but they deserve to be prejudiced against because of their dark history and their sadistic behavior. It's just their whole nature, their whole MO of rape, robbing, murdering, stealing. All right, you know, lying, just being as dishonest as he is, and then putting in such an oppressive system in place. All right, we don't have no motherfucking reason to be sitting here cheerleading for Esau about why he deserves to, why they shouldn't be spoken to like that. They've been speaking to us like that for years. I was just going into the history about how I think it was a state of Mississippi that didn't really get rid of the 13 didn't really get the 13th Amendment until like 1988. In the 1900s, you still had a lot of you couldn't be a vagrant, meaning to just go from place to place as a Jake man, as a so-called black man. And they even had nigger hunting licenses in Missouri in the 1900s. So we don't owe, when you go into the history, we don't owe these devils all of that motherfucking you know protesting for them and shit, man. Fuck all of that. So then there was another one where he's like, "Oh, racism is taught." So it was this little white boy or whatever. He's like, "Oh, what color are you?" He's like, "I'm peach." He was like young and shit. He's like, "And what color is such and such?" He's brown. Oh, see, there's some truth. So you know that y'all niggas is red, the Edomites, all right? But you got some Jakes that look like so-called white people. I'm not talking about them, but they know that we're not black, all right? That we're different shades of brown, all right? That proves it right there. I can't even go down that street. I want to, but I can't. The stupid car in the way. Um, they know that we're different shades of brown, right? So, but she was asking, he's like, oh, so what color are you? He's like, I'm peach, and he's brown, and she said, what's the difference between peach and brown people? He's like, there is no difference. Actually, yes, there is, motherfucker. We're the people of the Lord, right? The Israelites, the chosen of Yahweh Shema Shai, and those are the Edomites, the vile basis of men on the earth. You got to deal with the scriptures. You go into a child, and the scriptures say, lean not unto thine own understanding. The scripture said there's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So all of that common sense bullshit doesn't dispel the dark history that these Edomites committed. Talking about is taught. So if it's taught, what the fuck was all that history? Them doing all that sadistic shit and coming up against us and putting us in hardcore bondage, slavery, cutting off our members and shit, enjoying the fruits of our labor for free, enjoying our misery and our suffering all this time. What is that? Was that taught? No, that's Esau. And it goes back into the scripture where it says that he has a perpetual hatred against the children of Israel, shed the blood of the children of Israel. Okay? That's just what it is. So all of this one world shit, the Lord not dealing with that. That's not of the Lord. The Lord said that Israel shall dwell alone. So we're not going to be all mixed up. It's going to be heathens, of course, in the kingdom, but they're going to have, their jobs to do. They're going to be in their own designated areas, working as slaves. They're going to have slave quarters just like we got slave quarters. Right now, the slave quarters for Jake is the project buildings, the apartments, the low income parts of the earth. Because Esau, he gets the fatness of the earth, right? He gets the big house, the suburbs, maybe a little condo for the most part, right? But Jake is like in the hood, taking his kid to public school and shit, You got some Jakes that take their kids to private school or whatever, but the vast majority of our people are a welfare state, depending on the government for food stamps, Section 8, housing, clothing. uh, you know, we're in the worst predicament because of the oppressive history. A lot of people think that they could just erase that and undo that uh, just by giving, brother had that I met, he's in Japan. He explained it very well to me. He basically said, you know, this is like you playing Monopoly and you going around the board 100 times and buying up all of this shit, and then after you done bought everything up, now you let us free and say, all right, go ahead, go play. Obviously, everywhere I fucking land, it's gonna be like, oh, you gotta pay me rent. Oh, you gotta pay me that. Which that whole game is wicked in itself, right? But it just goes to show you the they talk about equality and all this shit. This system is not equal. Neither was, the way they put it into place. They destroyed a lot of our you know, Israelite communities, man. Okay? Drugs, agendas, all different types of shit, man. To the point where everybody's looking at us like we're a bunch of thugs, or like it's illegal for us to be here, man. Or it's the African American, of course, But then when the Edomite get caught doing some crime or stealing or some shit, nobody has nothing to say, you know. But it doesn't even matter because that's petty shit. The vagabond in the earth is Esau Edom. We're paying for our punishment. Anytime Jake do some shit, he get locked the fuck up. Okay, you know that. Whether they let him free on this new bond shit, in and out of jail, whatever the case may be, either he get locked the fuck up or they shoot his ass on the street. You know, the Lord is holding Jake accountable. So don't even try to act like that's what I don't understand about um, these people. But these other nations, when you ever seen them niggas locked up? Or when you ever see them niggas getting pulled over and smoked up? Never. Okay, they have their little businesses, their little corner stores and liquor stores and shit. All right, they're in league with Esau Edom. All right, and they're getting all their money off of Jake, the one that's poor and in poverty.